Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Little. We are here today in beautiful Montreal. We're playing a poker tournament. Mike Leah, you have any chips?
1.9 million.
Woo! He's always the chip leader. As long as he's not at my table, we're live. If he's at my table, he always makes quads against me.
It's okay for the final table.
Yes. So we're doing okay. Last time we spoke, I had 420,000. Now we have 1.1 million. You may ask what happened. Well, I won some hands. I actually ran a pretty fun triple barrel bluff for no real reason. I just got moved to a new table and decided to stick it to a guy. I had 5-4 clubs. I raised, he called off a 20 big blind stack. In the big blind, it came ace, queen, 7. You know, okay spot. He checks, I bet. He calls, turns it 2, so I have a gut shot. He checks, I decide he probably would have jammed his good aces pre-flop, so at best he has a bad ace. I bet he called, river was a 6. He checked, I went all in. A little bit more than pot, and he folded. From there, I want a big flip. I raise button. Big blind jam, 35 big blinds. I snapped it with ace king. He had 9s, and I won the flip. Then, I had ace king against king jack. The board was king, 8, 5, king, 2, or something like that. So just a horrible setup for the opponent. So, we went from average chips to 3 times average chips, and currently we're sitting about 1.5x average. Here's my table. You may be able to tell there are boatloads of chips here. There's a lot there, there's a lot there. And I have position on them. That said, it's good players with chips, so there's no guarantee we're going to do well. We're down to 58 players out of the 792 that started. This is a party poker tournament. They guaranteed $5 million to the prize pool. If you can do some quick math, there's only $4 million that went in, so Party Poker is giving a $1 million overlay. Thank you to Party Poker. Shout out, shout out. So yeah, it's funny how poker turns around. I was feeling kind of bummed and depressed just not long ago, and now I'm feeling pretty good. Fortunately, your feelings don't matter. All right, we're gonna go take our break and continue the grind. Well, I was again bummed out. I lost a big flip. First big flip I've lost in a while, or in quite a while. I raised button, big blind jammed with ace 5. I called it off with king queen for like 25 big blinds, and I lost. So then I was down to 600K. I spun it up a little bit. I got a nice little check min raise bluff in on the flop, and then a bet on the turn one time. So that was fortunate. And on the last hand of the break, I raised with pocket 8s in the cutoff. A splashy but not like insane guy pre-flop decided to 3-bet. I made it 45, he made it 115. I had 8s with 880,000. 88888. I decided to call. I thought about jamming, and I would jam against like kids, but I'm not gonna jam against this guy. So it comes 872. I check, he bets 115,000. I raise to 250, so it's a small raise. He thinks for a while, then calls. That's great. He's drawing then, probably. Turns an ace. I really just don't want like an ace, king, queen, jack to come. Gets a 10 and a 9. I don't really want to come, but whatever. I check, and he instantly goes all in. I obviously call, and he has ace, jack. So he threw in with the ace, jack, bet the flop, called the raise, and then piled it in on the turn. So that was lucky. We got a full double. We're up to 1.7 million, which is 1.7 times average. Average is 1 million chips. 33 players remain. We are guaranteed 22,500 Canadian dollars. It's funny how you can go from like feeling a little bit dejected to right back in it. I feel like I say that every time we have a video. Get over your silly feelings. Your silly feelings don't matter. Just play great poker. All right, it's dinner time. We've been playing for 6 hours today. I guess we probably play another 3 or 4 more hours, if I had to guess, or maybe we stop at 24, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Someone asked me if I know the structure. I never really know the structure because they're all comparable, they're close enough. I play till they tell me to stop. So anyway, it's been a swingy day. I need to win my flips. I'm one for 6 on flips. Fortunately, one I won was a big one, so let's just keep winning the big flips and I guess make getting people drawing in dead. As long as we get people drawing in dead, I think we'll be okay. We're down to 24 people.
23.
23 people. Just
20.
a guy just got it all in dead twice. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Here we have the players. There we have more players. I just kind of hung out for 40 minutes. I had no cards. I did 3-bet light one time. I haven't really had any good spots. It's hard to get good spots when you don't get good cards. Anyway, down to 24. We're guaranteed, I don't even know, 20K or something like that. Let's keep trying to run hot. Oh, we're back in the room. We made it through the day. That's good. There are 13 players remaining. We redrew down to 16 people, or we got down to 16 people, and from there I lost literally every pot. I would flop something like a draw, and I would check raise, and I would not get there, or I would flop a pair, and I would end up losing. But that's okay. So I have 1.7 million. Average is about 2.4, so we have, whatever, 75% average. And blinds are going up to a 50,000 big blinds. So we have 37 big blinds or so. So actually a pretty decent stack still. They go to 90-minute levels. So all in all, I feel bad, but it seems like I always feel bad when I am on a downswing, as probably most people do. I feel like this entire blog series has been talking about how I feel. But you have to realize, all you can do is go and play your absolute best, think with a clear head, take advantage of whatever the opponents are doing wrong. Spoiler alert for all of you, my opponents seem to not like folding to me. I probably had a pretty bad image this evening. I was raising a decent amount, but folding to the 3-bets, or raising and getting 3-bet and folding to 4-bets. I was check raising and then just getting bricks on the turn and having to give up. So I probably have a pretty rough image. We're not redrawing tomorrow until we get down to 9 players. So we have a little bit of time with our current setup, and I'm probably just going to sit there and behave. Whenever your image is bad, and mine is, you really do just need to chill out and relax, because people are expecting you to go and do something silly. Now, it would be more pronounced if we just continued playing tonight, because now there's an off day. Maybe they think I was tilted or something, and we're going to come back the next day not tilted. But I think the image will still probably carry over. It may sound like I was playing as if I was tilted, but no, I was just getting lots of good spots where, you defend the big blind and you should be check raising a lot, and I would do it and it just would not work. Or what it amounts to is I think my play was fine and standard, but it didn't work out. So I went from 2.7 million at a high down to 1.7. So I lost lots of small pots. I'm rambling now. I'm going to go to bed. We're going to get back at it tomorrow. 13 people remain. We're guaranteed 54,000 Canadian dollars. If one more person busts, we move up a payout spot. That actually does start to become relevant. I think the next place is 65,000. And I know there are at least 2 15 big blind stacks in the field. So I just have to go there and behave. I hate behaving. We're having our morning breakfast here at the rail, and I didn't realize, but it's brunch today, apparently. They have breakfast until 2, and there's a line out the door. But luckily, we're sitting at the bar, so we're good to go. We're down to 9. Here we are. We have 35 big blinds. Oh, falling over. I've had literal no cards, but I've done okay with them.
He did own me.
That was a good. That was. I did make a full house with the King 5 on 995 9 Jack, and Got a check raise in on the flop, bet turn, bet river with a bad boat, got called. It was good. We have 2.1 million, so we're hanging around.
Oh yeah, I gave you back.
Almost all Canadians.
That's what it takes.
Well, we're down to 9 people, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is I just lost almost all of my chips. I'm down to 12 big blinds. First hand I had ace jack. Very loose aggressive player raise. I decided to just call on the button. Flop comes 10-6-3. Check, check. Turns an ace. He bets. I obviously call. River is a king, and he bets again. I obviously call. Some people may think maybe you're supposed to fold the river because obviously he has more nut hands in his range, but we block the queen jack that may play it this way. He might be value betting a worse ace. That's the thing. And he was a very loose aggressive player. I've seen him opening all sorts of garbage throughout the tournament. And it's just an unlucky spot. Fortunately, he didn't jam me. I mean, I would have called a jam. So we're left with 12 big blinds. Crappy way to get down to the final 9. But now we'll just play good short stack poker and go from there.
Check. Still heads up.
Well, we busted in 8th place, but 8th is way better than 9th, which is what I thought I was going to get. I miscounted my stack because I was apparently annoyed. That's what happens when you're annoyed or excited. You can't count your chips right. I only had 5 big blinds. I go back, I end up jamming 8-7 offsuit under the gun, which is normally not what you would do, but with a big blind ante, I think it's right. I asked a few people at the table, they said they think it's definitely right, so probably is. Big blind called with ace-8, and I won. Very next hand, the big blind got it all in with ace-9 suited against ace-queen, and he busted. So, we got a 20,000 Canadian dollar payout jump. That's like 15,000 American dollars. Pretty good success. Then I jammed ace-4 suited on the button, big blind called 8s, and I won that. And then, middle position raise, I jammed with pocket 10s. She called with ace-queen, and I lost. So, not a bad run. We took 8th place for 105,000 Canadian dollars. But as I make this, there's a $10,000 tournament happening right over there. Somewhere back there. Don't exactly know where it is. I'm already registered. Let's hop in. Here I am. I'm literally at the final table where, well, I will not be playing tomorrow. Instead, I'm going to be commentating it. World Poker Tour asked me to commentate. They asked me a few days ago, actually, so I knew I'd be commentating. I was hoping I'd be playing, but I'm not. So, the final table's set. I don't actually know who is there, but tomorrow I'm going to be the main commentator in the booth the whole time, as far as I know. So that's going to be fun. It's good because I actually know all the players at the final table, and in theory, I did about the best research you can by playing with them for the last 4 days. It's always a bummer not to be there. But I'm gonna go back to the hotel, have a glass of wine, and I'll be right as rain tomorrow. There's the final table area. I'll show you where I get to go. We're back here in the corner. Can I even get back here? Here we are. Here is the commentary booth. There's where they're playing. Here is the commentary booth. Here's my seat. I'll be embedded right here all day. I have to do research now. There's no light. We have to get some light. So I just talked to the players. I have all of their info. I know all about them now. Everyone likes to have a prediction for who's going to win the tournament. And let's just take a look real quick at the chip counts. Let's see if you all can see this. There we have it. There we go. Chip counts with seats. Looking at this, notice chips flow to the left. Keep that in mind. Notice Patrick with the most chips normally would be in a great spot, right? He has position on Sorrel, has position on Pesh, but Emma, with also a lot of chips, has position on him. So, what does that mean? That means that most likely, Emma's going to be winning pots off of Patrick, who's going to be winning pots from the other two medium to big stacks. So, if I had to predict who's going to win this, I would pick Emma. Emma plays great. To be fair, all of these players who I know play great. The two I did not know, Jack and Kospijan, they were both a little bit on the tighter side. And I think, to be fair, they had medium stacks the whole time, so who knows exactly what they were going to do. But Pesh, Sorrel, Patrick, and Emma were all in there. They were fighting hard. They were trying to win pots. And really, they're all extremely live to win. However, very often at the final table, the seat draw and just the general layout of the chips is what determines who will be the victor. So, still have to go find some light. But besides that, we're ready? Yeah, I can't talk. We're ready to get cards in the air. I better learn to talk if I'm going to be the commentator. I wish I had a seat right there, but they took it from me.
Jack Gong eliminated in 6th position for 175,500 Canadian dollars. Played a very strong, solid final table.
He got it in
Really
with aces.
Small balling it, trapping with the pocket aces, and the tale is old as time.
Just like that, he is long gone silver right out of the tournament.
Aces getting cracked.
Aces down to ace king and ace queen. So, the final table is complete. Patrick Serta is the champion. He made a crazy hero call to bust Emma, the reigning champ. In second place, it's a lot of fun. There's Patrick right back there giving an interview. He is the winner. He is the champion. He got 855,000 Canadian dollars. So, congrats to him. It was a lot of fun commentating with Mike Sexton and Griffin Benger. They're always great to work with. The final hand was sweet. It was a raise, 3-bet, 4-bet pot. Hands were king, 9 offsuit, and 7-5 suited. Patrick flopped a pair, middle pair. He checked on the flop. Turn was an ace. Emma decided to bluff with her flush draw and gut shot. Patrick called. River was a blank. Emma went all in. Patrick decided, you know what? Emma likes to bluff, and Patrick likes to call. So, they're match made in heaven, at least for Patrick. Master hero caller. Think there's any world where he finds this call?
I mean, I don't know.
Remember, this was a 4-bet pre-flop hand, right?
10 seconds.
Emma raised, Patrick 3-bet, Emma 4-bet.
Oh my god, he's gonna think about it.
I've only seen Patrick use time bank chips a few times, and every time he made the call. He's chatting her up a little bit. He's talking himself into it. Oh, this would be a heck of a call. Could you imagine calling for 300,000 Canadian dollars? The difference between first and second here with
psycho.
Pretty much the nut low.
10 seconds. Time used. Oh my god.
He did it!
Oh my god!
He ended up winning. So, that's it for Montreal. I am going to New York City bright and early in the morning. Here's the final table set up. There it is. There's the title championship cup. There's the belt. I don't get it. It goes to Patrick. Congrats to him. I am flying out bright and early in the morning, going to New York City. I actually got to change my flight because I thought I was leaving. I thought I would be commentating late tonight, but, well, when people hero call for all the money, it tends to go pretty fast, one way or the other. Next for me is the Party and Poker Caribbean Poker Party in the Bahamas in just a few days. I'm going to be home for 1 or 2 days, then I'm going straight there. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be making a video blog from there as well. If you're there, make sure you say hi. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.